So recently I've been thinking, you know what, it's time to switch it up when playing Elden Ring. I've used my classic bleed builds for far too long. I'm currently in the 4th iteration of New Game Plus. It's time to switch it up, and as the title of the video suggests, I think I have created what is going to be considered, or at least self-proclaimed, as the ultimate faith build slash draconic build, because it is also heavily infused with ancient dragon incantations. But as I say, I think I have created what is genuinely the most fun yet the most satisfying and deadly combination of a build in Elden Ring. Yeah, there's no words to describe it, so let me show you. I mean, just look at the way I absolutely obliterate this boss. Pretty cool, huh? So let me show you how you build this ultimate faith build. Now I will say this, the last element you're going to need, or at least the last main element you're going to need in order to become overpowered, you do need to progress enough through the story to be able to defeat Godfrey, or the golden silhouette of Godfrey, because we are going to be picking up the Bolt of Gransax, and that's what I was using during that boss fight, which absolutely annihilates everybody. But not only that, we're going to be combining our attacks with the elements of death, lightning, and also draconic powers. So we're also going to need to pick up the Black Knife, which is dropped by the Black Knife Assassin, that's located outside the Grave of the Heroes in the Altus Plateau. And you're also going to want to pick up pretty much any seal, because like I say, we are going to be using incantations. I'm personally using the Golden Order seal, which again you can pick up in the Altus Plateau. Get to a high or decent level through smithing to then use for your incantations. But as I say, to get your hands on the Bolt of Gransax, if you don't know, because it is missable, after you defeat Godfrey for the first time, the golden silhouette of him, follow the path that you're seeing on screen now, because you are going to have to go down the elevator as if you're heading back into the capital. Hop over this little ledge, which you're going to drop down onto what is basically a much more upscale version of the weapon itself you're about to pick up. Head up the spine of the weapon and it will just be sat there ready for you to pick up. And once you have all three elements, you're good to go. The Ash of War ability on the Black Knife is the same death effect as Malekith's and also the Black Knife Tishi summon found throughout the game, where it takes 10% off the enemy's health straight away, but then continues to drain even more health over time. So getting into any boss fight, starting that attack off, hitting them straight away with a 10% debuff, then following up with the Ash of War from the Bolt of Ansax just absolutely annihilates bosses. Hopefully you're seeing on screen in the background just how effective this build is, and mixing it in with the incantations to obviously boost your attack, so Golden Vow along with the Dragon Communion incantations, you can wipe bosses out. I wasn't even using poison or scarlet rot, which again you can use from the rotten breath from the Dragon Communion, which again will tick enemies' health. So you can literally have rotten breath dealing damage over time, again the Black Knife Ash of War, which will deal damage over time, and then just sit and range and just annihilate the boss and the remainder of its health with the Bolt of Gransax. Now, I'm not the most knowledgeable when it comes to faith builds in Elden Ring, but what I've created here is genuinely the most fun that I've had in the game, and I'm actually excited to come against bosses that I've fought 100 times, because it's a new way to try and defeat them, and it keeps the game fresh and entertaining. Hitting a dragon with a lightning bolt spear from the Bolt of Gransax is possibly the most satisfying thing you can watch. I mean, look. Just look at this kill, and then I'm going to replay it in slow motion and just look at it. It is bliss. I swear to you. I know I'm sadistic saying it, but it's genuinely so much fun and so satisfying watching your enemies fall whilst getting a spear of lightning in between their eyeballs. But that spear can also be thrown at range, so if you have a summon like the Black Tishi, which again adds on to the constant damage, because he will also use Ash of War on the Black Knife, you can pretty much just stay away and just launch lightning bolt after lightning bolt. Or if you really want to and you want to mix things up, you can move in and get up close and personal with the incantations, so you can swap out your play style quite easily, and it's very manageable and deals damage across the board. Your incantations are also just as strong as the lightning bolt from the Bolt of Gransax, so if you need to get up close and personal, you can do. If you want to stay away and take people out at range, you can do. It's genuinely the best like all-round build I have ever personally made. But as I say, I haven't really gone into much detail about using summons as well, but even if you use maybe say the Mimic tier, you're going to have two of you rolling around, flinging lightning bolts at your enemies whilst also doing catastrophic damage. Like, this is genuinely insane. But as I say, I know that the incantations I'm using are fairly late game, but if you've completed the game at least once, and have access to these areas and to get the Draconic incantations, I would heavily advise doing so for your new game plus and finding a new unique way to play your next playthrough. I would definitely invest into this build, and of course on screen you're going to be seeing the stats that I've got at the moment. Like I say, I'm in new game plus. I think I'm like level 250 plus, I can't remember the exact level, but that's on screen for you. Again, you can chop and change it. The Bolt of Grand Sax boosts with dexterity and strength. The Black Knife also boosts up with faith, and obviously you're going to need faith to have the incantations there as well and be able to use those incantations. So you do need to put some into faith. It is obviously worth it. It is considered, or at least I consider it, a faith build because 90% of this build requires some form of faith, or you need to be putting points into faith to use the incantations, and also for your seals as well to use the incantations. So I consider it a faith build, but I also consider it a death / draconic build as well. So whatever you want to call it, this is the build that I've created. Feel free to copy it or change it in different ways. Feel free to leave comments down below, because like I say, I'm not the best at making these kind of builds. Maybe I'm completely missing something that's so integral to this build and can make it 10 times better. But like I say, do let us know in the comments down below. Do share your thoughts. Do share ways that you can improve this build, because again, that's why these videos are here. But that's pretty much it. Like I said, I just wanted to make this video because I'm genuinely having so much fun. Sorry that there's been a slight lack in the videos. This one's just taking a little bit longer to make because I'm just playing through the game, and I totally didn't waste like 2 or 3 days just playing the game and not working on a video. I don't know what you're talking about, but it's here now for your faces, so hopefully you have enjoyed. And if you did, obviously do hit the like button down below. It lets me know that you're enjoying this type of content and lets me know you want to see more. And if you're new around here, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. That way you're never going to miss out on another ultimate build or another piece of quality content from yours truly, and that way you can stay up to date with all the latest videos. But yeah, honestly, go out there, try this build, or at least try and replicate it as best as you can. Use it, and honestly, you're never going to look back because it's genuinely so fun to use. But before I ramble on too much, as per usual guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you in the next episode of whatever it is that I make. Bye bye.